Dave, I'm going to give you a little more baseball talk. Out of Chicago. They've now added a second baseball team. They not only have the Chicago Cubs, there's a new team that wears white socks that are called the Chicago White Sox. Now, what happened there on an opening day, a 45-year-old doctor is taking a 6-year-old kid in to take a piss. Davey Mack, and you're going to be familiar with this as your kids get out of diapers, that when they piss, you have to take them. They just don't get up like regular people, take a piss and come back. It's just thinking, like, if you were with a guy and a guy said to you, I have to take a piss, you'd say, go ahead. He goes, no, come with me. And then help me get my pants back up and then walk back with me. So you lose movie time, sporting event time, all because these young people don't know how to go to the bathroom and come back. So he goes to the bathroom. Something's going on in one of the stalls. He sees some legs down there kicking back and forth. He kicks the door. What the fuck is going on? Now, I don't know why he saw himself as Hawaii Five-0 and felt like he needs to check into bathroom stalls. But basically, a guy and a girl come out of the stall. They'd been having the sex. The girl kind of throws a sweatshirt over her head and gives what they call out there the Frenchie run of shame. She takes off, runs out the door. The guys in the bathroom are all applauding, giving the guy a high five. The doctor, so offended, he's now taking this up with the White Sox. So, Dave, now as a father, do you see this story differently? Would you have done what the doctor did and said, I need to report this? A couple people getting beause.
No, I wouldn't have reported it, but as a father, I would whisk my child the hell out of there, and I would, either bring him into the to the ladies' room, or I would find another men's room that was nearby. I wouldn't report it, but I would be disgusted by it, but I'm not going to report.
How about this? The kid's 6 years old. You can tell him any lie you want to.
Yeah.
You can say that woman was having a heart attack, needed to jump up on that guy. Let's get out of here. Let's get back. We're getting Cracker Jacks.
Yeah. Also, it would be hypocritical because I was the first person in Yankee Stadium 3 or 4 years ago, and I went into the bathroom and jerked off. So just knowing that I did that, I wouldn't be a hypocrite. I would just tell my kids, just go in, close your eyes, piss at the urinal, get the hell out. That's the way bathrooms are in baseball and sporting events.
You don't think that we live in an age where you can guarantee that your 6-year-old isn't walking into some kind of White Sox orgy?
No, absolutely not. When you go into a bathroom at a sporting event in this day and age, something bad's going to happen.
Right.
There's just so much drunkenness in these bathrooms. There's men pissing in sinks. There's all kinds of fucking lewd shit going on. That's the way the bathroom is. As a father, know that. Get him in and out.
Matter of fact, I remember when I was a little kid and I'd be going to stuff and my mom would always say, don't go into the bathroom. I don't give a shit if I was going to the movies, a concert, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll piss on the fucking floor in front of the screen. Stop being
It
stupid,
doesn't matter where it is. Honestly, I at fucking Yankee games, I've gone into the bathroom, people are smoking up.
First of all, you're offended that people are, having sex. There's people shitting in there. So forget, if to go into the bathroom is not the place to feel offended. And then, 2, you got a 6-year-old kid with him. You can tell this fucking kid anything. It doesn't have to be traumatic. It is now because his dad panicked, grabbed his hand, went and talked to a cop, made a big deal of it, and now it's in the newspaper. If you really want to bring some kind of traumatic experience to a child, you've fucking done it, Doc. You've already blown this thing up. Why can't you lie? And, just like you're driving down the road, a guy fucking lays a motorcycle down. The kids are in the car, and they start screaming, what happened? You look at them and say, he's sleeping. You know how many times I ever had to tell my kids, they're 3 and 5, oh, that deer is just taking a nap. Don't worry about it. The deer likes to nap next to the road. I'm not going to sit there and explain life and death to them. What's the big deal? Hit them with a quick lie, keep on moving. Fez Watley, I'm going to pull you into this one. I know you don't have children yourself.
Right. And never will.
But I imagine you're somewhat offended by heterosex.
I think the doctor did the exact right thing.
Well, you've shocked me once again, Fez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no reason. It's America's pastime. He wants to take his kid to the ballpark. Why does the kid have to be exposed to that just using the bathroom?
They were in a stall.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a Roman orgy. I don't think the kid was going to know what the fuck happened.
He absolutely will not know what's. I remember a kid going to a playoff game between the Yankees and Royals, and this guy fell down a few rows because he was drunk, and I couldn't even comprehend what drunk meant. My mom's like, "Don't worry, he's been drinking a lot of beer.
Don't mind him, he's just drunk."
And it was kind of scary, but my mom calmed me down, and it was fine.
Yeah, it is kind of the job of the parents to tell a quick white lie to the child and act like nothing has fucking happened.
It's you. Every sporting event you go to, it's like A Beautiful Life by Roberto Benigni. You just pretend that all this nasty shit going on is a lie.
The only good thing about that awful movie is like the whole metaphor is true. That if you tell a kid this is fun, we're not homeless, we're camping. You know?
Yeah, it's an adventure.
Yeah, and I remember being a kid where I thought that we always, like, on our vacations, were camping as a choice. I'm like, nah, we like to rough it up a little bit.
That's the way you do it.
And then, like my dad said later, it was a lot better vacation because, we all went fucking camping. We had you and your cousins and everybody. What are we going to do, go to a big dumb hotel? In the meantime, a kid doesn't know. It's the funnest thing in the world.
But the dad is taking him to the ballpark. Why should the dad have his day ruined by having to explain anything to this kid because a couple of Chicago White Sox fans are going at it in the men's room?
And why is the dad and the child more important than everybody else's experience at the ballpark? If you want to look at the tradition of baseball, go back and look at the fucking Babe Ruth pictures. Any kid wanted to see Babe Ruth was peeking through a fucking hole in the fence. They weren't sitting down. There was no fucking family section. There wasn't any non-smoking section. There wasn't any non-drinking section. I don't think sporting events are family fucking places. No. I had no fucking things about taking my kids to a football game because I thought right away that would be fucking bad parenting. But if you're going out to a fucking UFC fight, if you're going out to a boxing match, a football game, you got to say to yourself, is this a place for the kids? This guy goes into the fucking bathroom. He could have been in and out in 5 fucking seconds. Instead, here's this 45-year-old doctor doesn't know how to explain fucking sex. The fuck you get your degree for, you big idiot?
In and out. Like Clockwork Orange. In and out. It's just silly for the guy to stay there.
Everybody's got a showboat. Everybody's fucking experience is traumatic nowadays. Silvio in Ohio, you're in Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Fez, if the doctor didn't make an issue of it, the kid would have never known. Kind of like, how would you feel if you came into the studio today and Ronnie told you everyone there hates you?
I would be upset, I guess. I don't know what your point is.
The point is how many times does something happen that I don't panic for you?
Oh, plenty of times.
So why can't the fucking guy be the same way for the fucking kid? Why can't you just act like this is no fucking big deal? It's not like somebody pulled a knife on him and his kid or a gun on him and his kid. 2 people were behind a closed door doing something. You could have been like, fucking animals. Got in and out without running to the cops. And fucking run into the newspaper.
Well, you simply can't protect people from seeing this kind of stuff. For instance, what are we supposed to do? Close down all the rest stops on the Jersey Turnpike just because there's gay activity in them? No, you still take the kids in. If shit's going down, you get them in and out, or you say, here, piss outside in the parking lot.
But at a certain point, we've gotten into this thing where everybody has to alter their behavior because there's children. And for whatever reason, if something happens near a fucking school, we act like they try to do it in front of the kids. If you're fucking selling dope and it's in front of the school, they act like, well, a kid could have got this dope. What?
These
you talking
people
about?
don't really care about kids at all. They're just people who would otherwise be Puritans who now use kids to impose their values.
Here's Mike in Florida. You're on Fez.
Love the show, guys. Hey, I don't really mind what went on in the restroom, but what I don't like when I take my little kids is when somebody's spilling beer on us or every other word's like a cuss word when I'm taking my daughter in the stands. The stands are worse than the restroom.
Yeah, this really, it always goes back to that thing. And crowds are, let's face something, crowds are fucking uncomfortable. When you go to fucking Disney World, people are acting fucking crazy there because there's fucking crowds. I've seen people battle to see if they can stand in the fucking front row in front of kids when that stupid electric parade goes by. Yeah, that's the fucking kids' place. I don't know why all these kids need to be at the ball game. Here's Bear in Alabama. You're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. I got two quick things. We went to the zoo last Friday. I have a 6-year-old little girl, and a squirrel monkey was jacking off in the little glass enclosure. And she's like, Dad, what's he doing? So immediately you have to go to default. And I was like, well, he's scratching his tail. He's got his tail up between his legs. He's scratching his tail. And we moved on. The other thing, now, yeah, that's fine. Stuff happens. You got to lie. Now, we're in a restaurant, and some guys behind us in the booth behind us are cussing, you know, fuck this, fuck that. And I didn't go report anybody. I leaned back and said, look, I got a 6-year-old here. Would you watch your mouth? I just think you have to be able to, you know, bend and flex. Anyway, have a great day, guys.
It's all about keeping loose knees, Bear. It really is.
Well, that's basically what this guy did. He just went and told someone else.
Now it's in the fucking newspaper. Instead of, first of all, there's no fucking thing to explain to these two idiots. But my point is this. We're now acting like the White Sox have lost fucking control over their bathroom stalls. Why should they have any? Like Davey Mack says, when this normally happens, it's two fucking gay guys.
Yeah, it almost always is.
Now, if you've ever been on the fucking road or you're down at a certain public restroom and you go in there and a bunch of guys are clocking each other, you got to say to yourself, I got to piss and get out of here fucking quick, you know?
That's all you do. You pretend like it's true romance. You're going to Drexel's place.
Yeah.
It's not Crazy White Boy Day. Just get in, get out.
I didn't notice it was Crazy White Boy Day.
But I've always treated restrooms like that. Who are these fucking lollygaggers who are just sitting around washing their hands?
They're guys that want to blow each other. They fucking definitely are. Here's Charlie in Philly. You're on Fez.
Good morning, Ron and Fez. How you guys doing?
What do you say, man?
Hey, I think this guy's kind of a creep. He knew what was going on. He wanted to catch a quick glimpse of two people getting it on, you know what I mean, get his little cheek thrill, but since there was other people in the bathroom, he turned them in to cover up his creepiness.
He actually went and kicked the door and yelled, what's going on in there? And the girl had to yell, stop it at him. And then everyone goes blowing out. Who are you? You fucking Clark Kent turning into Superman? They're in a stall. The door's locked. Now you're kicking on the door and then running off and complaining to the cops and to the White Sox and to the fucking newspaper.
You actually have now made it a popular subject. Dummy, now there's going to be couples having sex in that fucking ballpark every Friday night.
Trying to do their thing. Trying now to be part of it.
It's going to be like the new Mile High Club. It'll be like the fucking Comiskey.
They would have the Mile High Club in Denver, and then if you fuck in that bathroom. That's how it all comes together.
That'd be a double.